All right, let's go. So is the appropriate thing to say after you've been gone for about a month? We back.
Well, you ruined it. I was gonna be like, to quote our good friend Mike, we back.
Say what?
Or to quote him and say what?
Because they're too good to podcast with us.
Well, we do need to do the Q3 report. Two Sad Dads Q3. But, you know, everybody's been busy. Mike went on vacation, and then we were trying to do a pod then.
Yeah, he gave us crap about us being on vacation.
And then we went on vacation this week. So, but anyway, so we haven't had an episode in
It's been a minute.
since the beginning of July because I've just been busy with the house. It's finally getting rolling. And then for 4th of July weekend, I went camping and did all that. And then I just got back from the Grand Canyon.
And your birthday.
The Grande Canyon.
Your birthday was yesterday.
My birthday was yesterday. I celebrated by grinding 5 stumps. And then what else did I do? I hung out. And then Jack and Zephyr got me a cake. And then I went to Sonic.
Jack and his haircut.
Jack did get a haircut in that time that we've been gone.
I finally won something.
What, that you have the longest hair of the family?
Yeah.
Well, what do you think you get out of that? You get absolutely nothing.
I just get to be the old fat guy with long hair.
That's true. You do get to be that. So
Let me try one of those.
you're not gonna like it.
I don't like any of them, but I'm going to try it.
You'll spit it out here in a couple minutes.
Oh. It's just weird keeping it in my mouth.
You got to be cool with it. You just like, hey, ain't nothing going on in my mouth here. But you're sitting there tonguing it around in your mouth so people know what's going on. All right. So I'm on vacation this week. You're on vacation this week.
I did nothing. Well, I took a
Unplanned.
road trip.
Oh, yeah. You went to Kentucky, bought a motorcycle. I went to the Grand Canyon, which was a gift from Nikki for Christmas. And it just now happened. And for those of you that have not been to the Grand Canyon, it was very grand.
And canyony.
It was canyony. There was a big hole in the ground, which was majestic, some may say.
It was terrible.
Then spit it out.
I just don't know what to do with it.
Just put it on the table over there. We'll get it.
No, I'm going to see it through.
All right. So anyway, yeah.
Was it worth it?
Was it worth it? So I told you a minute ago, we did planes, trains, and automobiles. So we had to take a plane from Nashville to Phoenix.
Sky Harbor.
Sky Harbor. It was
It's a weird airport.
It is. And they got the train to take you to, which I think this was probably one of the biggest things of the trip, is the fact that their car rental place have you been to that? You went to Phoenix when you went to.
We didn't rent a car. We Ubered everywhere.
Well, we rented a car, so we took the Sky Train over to this rental facility, which was massive. It was like a CarMax, but it had like all of the, like Hertz and Enterprise and all of them in there. And it was massive. It was like this big operation. So we rented a Jeep.
What kind of Jeep?
We rented a Jeep Wrangler.
4-door?
4-door. So
Hard top, soft top?
It was a hard top.
Okay.
So when I rented this vehicle a couple months ago, in my mind, I was like, we're going to put the top down and ride through Arizona.
Hardtop doesn't work that way. And it's Arizona.
Well, let me tell you what I learned here. You are correct. The hardtop does not work like that. That was the first fact.
It's the owner of a hardtop Jeep. It does not work that way.
Because the Jeeps that I had before were the soft top. So you just, put it down and roll with it. But you can't do that.
Nope.
Okay?
Take the freedom panels off. You got to put them somewhere.
So strike one there. Strike two is the fact that when we flew in at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, it was 115 degrees outside.
My only experience in Phoenix was in February, and it was the best trip I've ever had. It made me want to move to Phoenix, but it was February. And they're like, you're not going to like this when it gets to the summer.
No, 115 degrees. And it's very strange where, yes, we do have more humidity here in Tennessee, but it's still hot.
It's hot.
I'll put it to you like this. My hot tub out here at Holliswood Studios will not let you put it over 104 degrees.
There's a reason for that.
It was 115 outside and it sucked. So we get out at the airport, go to the car dealer place or the car rental place, get my reservation, go find the Jeep. And as soon as I sit down in it, I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't going to play out how I had in my mind driving through the desert in a Jeep.
No.
So now we were just like crammed up in the little, I mean, these Jeeps, these newer Jeeps are not as crammed up. There's more space in them, but I mean, it's struggling to keep up with the air conditioning.
Yeah.
Because the fiberglass top on it, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I should have thought this through a little bit better.
No, it is not
I
for
just
that.
take a sedan. That's fine. You know what I mean? Like a Ford Taurus to drive through Arizona with, but it was hot.
I love my hardtop Jeep, but it's the end of July. Tomorrow's August. The top is on it, and the top will remain on it
until about mid-September.
And then the doors and the top will come back off.
Yeah.
I like my air conditioning.
No, I know. I mean, I've lived a Jeep life too, and I get it. But it was ridiculous. So we get to Phoenix and we have to drive for 3 hours to Williams, which I learned something. I was today years old when I learned, when you go to Home Depot or wherever and you're buying like this product, Williams Sonoma.
Mm-hmm.
That's because it's Williams Sonoma or whatever it is out there
I didn't know
in
that.
Arizona.
I like that.
Because they're like, I guess, towns that are next to each other.
Noted useless information that I
It
will
is
use at some point in my life.
I'm driving down the road and I'm like, I guess that's what that means. It's a Western brand.
I never realized that.
So I had to drive to Williams. It was about 3 hours. And so your ears pop because you're constantly climbing elevation. And so what I was going to say is that it was 115 degrees in Phoenix. But then as you get about an hour and a half into driving to Williams, it starts dropping. And I'm literally watching the gauge on the Jeep dash of the temperature. It's 115, and then it's 113, and then it's 110, and then it's 97, and then it's 95.
Because you're no longer in the Sonora Desert.
You're going to elevate. Yeah, you're going to elevations. The elevation's like, I don't know, it's like 6,000 or 7,000.
That's why Utah amazes me, because it has everything.
Yeah.
It has desert. It has mountains.
It's the same as California. That's why people like California, because it's got all of the things.
It's California.
Yeah, California sucks, but
hopefully I'll be going there next March.
Well, it will probably be nice. But so by the time we get to the Grand Canyon Railway Hotel, Grand Canyon Hotel and Railway, or whatever the hell it's called, it was about 85.
Well, that's acceptable because it's dry.
It was fine. Yeah. And the temperature was fine the whole time. It was just like, it's so weird because we're used to, it's weird, but for starters, because we're used to the rolling hills of Tennessee.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It's green. You know how it is because you've been to Arizona, but it's just like desert, flat, dead, no green.
Cactus.
Lots of cactuses.
Cacti.
I will say that we tried to find the perfect cactus.
It's hard.
That was flipping you off.
It's so hard.
So I could send you a picture.
when Caitlin and I went to Phoenix 2 summers ago, one of the guys we work with, Cole, his one request was for me to send him a picture next to the perfect cactus. And we searched for a whole week. And we finally just settled on a cactus. We could not find the perfect. Most of them were dying.
No, Nikki was like, we need to find one that is flipping off Joseph and send him a picture of it.
That would have gone onto the wall in the garage.
But there's tons of cacti out there. There's tons of cacti. But then once you get up elevation a little bit more, shit's a little bit greener.
Yeah, they don't survive.
There's grass and then there's no cactus anymore. And it's so strange because you're talking like a 3-hour trip, 2.5, 3-hour trip to where the elevation goes up. And so it was all very.
I know we have the mountains in East Tennessee and less in West Tennessee, but it's pretty much the same for us, no matter where we go.
Yeah.
Same plant life, same vegetation.
But it's always cool as landscapers to see like the different landscapes. Like whenever I used to go do mission trips and stuff like that, it's funny because like the people that live there are like, "Oh, you're in landscaping. What do you think about?" I'm like, "I have no idea, dude.
No idea.
I don't even know what any of this stuff is." And it's funny because you're seeing the stuff in Phoenix that's just like trying to survive.
Doing its best.
It's doing its best.
Lots of rock.
It's funny because I probably shouldn't say this on here.
I think you should.
I may cut this, but but we were driving through and like Nikki sees a sign. It says trans forest. And then I look out there and I'm like, there ain't no forest out here. And then and then I told her, I was like, oh, trans forest, because it thinks it's a forest, but it's not.
Please leave this in.
I was like, it thinks it's a forest, but it's not, because you look out and it's like desert and like something that's trying to be green and a bunch of cacti everywhere.
How was the Grand Canyon though?
All right, so we get.
I want to talk about the train, but
So
the Grand Canyon is.
So we get to the place, we check in, and we
immediately start drinking.
We did have some drinks, but the train didn't leave until the next morning. So this
said that she had a long. You said that she was going to have a long morning the next morning.
This was last Friday. We got there. By the time we drove and everything, we got to Williams, to where we were staying, by like 3:00. So then we went down to the bar and had some drinks and played rummy, because that's what we do. We
Fuck yeah,
play rummy. That's all we do.
That's all we do.
We just sit there and play rummy.
Dad's rules. I don't know if they're right.
I don't know if they are either, but she apparently played the same way that I did, so I guess it's right.
Caitlin's family doesn't know how to play rummy, so I taught them.
So we played a shitload of rummy. Get up the next morning, and the train comes in at like 9:30, but at 9 you have to be over in this amphitheater. It's not an amphitheater. It's just like bleachers. And then they have like this Western stuff in the back because there's a show.
Oh, you got a show.
So we eat breakfast. We go over there, this place, and you know, the Western, the cowboys and the bank robbers are coming out there. Hey, you know, they put on this show to where it's like, you know, all this shit happens, and then you get on the train and you go, and then the bank robbers are on horses and stuff, like coming after the train or whatever. And then they get on the train and they rob you and they do all this kind of stuff. It was like a whole,
really,
it was bad, but it was awesome.
Well, that makes it good. So bad it's good.
So we knew this going into it. So Nikki gets on Amazon and buys 2 bags of gold. So it's like this, you know, like back in the day, it's like this burlap sack, and it's got like a dollar sign on it, and it's got like all the gold. It's like she bought a bunch of gold coins. So they didn't rob us until we were coming back. But when they did come back, and they were, you know, the people on the train are like, oh, there might be something happening at 5:00, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe
you might get robbed. Maybe if you have $1, put it out, you know, where it's visible. And I'm just like, I look at Nikki, I'm like, these motherfuckers are just trying to get tips.
Yeah,
it's exactly what it
she's
was.
going to give them fake gold.
And so they come on the train, and Nikki says, I don't have any money. I just have these 2 bags of gold for the farm I was going to purchase out west. And they're like, give me that money, bro. I mean, it was hilarious. I've got a video of it. Maybe I'll show it in another podcast. But anyway, the train takes like 3 hours to get there. So you know, it's 9:00 at 9:30 in the morning. And so we get there 9:30 to like noonish. So we get off the train.
You got there at high noon.
We got there at high noon, but you don't see the Grand Canyon.
Did you take the 310 to Yuma?
No, I didn't do any of that. But you can only see the Grand Canyon for 3 to 5 seconds while you're on the train. So the lady that was narrating stuff, she's like, you can see the Grand Canyon. And so everybody's like on the train, apparently have never seen the Grand Canyon. And so we're all like waiting for that second, you know, knowing that you're about to be at the Grand Canyon, you're going to be looking at it and all this and that and the other. But the reason I'm telling you this is because she's like, all right, it's coming up, because right before you get to the train station, she's like, look out to your left, you see the Grand Canyon. And everybody looks over, and you can hear the whole fucking train is like gasp, because it's just magnificent. It's huge. And it's just like, you can hear audibly, people are like, you know, you're just kind of taking it in for a second. And so we get off the train and we go and we have lunch, and then we have a bus tour to go to the Grand Canyon. So we get there, and it's just the most amazing thing you'll ever see.
Is that where the pictures came from? Like the dude that walked up to the edge?
The guy was sitting on the edge. I saw the guy sitting there, and he was like, do you want to sit here? I was like, no. No, I don't want to sit there.
Absolutely not.
And he just kind of shrugged his shoulders, and he was just sitting there taking it in, which I get, because all you can do is look at it. It's not doing anything. It's not like
we're not from the West.
I know, but it's just, I guess you try to take it in, and you can't take in the magnificence of like how huge this thing is. Your mind, it's like when you think of space and the galaxies and all that, it's like our human minds can't comprehend that.
Yeah.
Well, my mind couldn't even comprehend the Grand Canyon, which is not anywhere near that. And it's just like, you're sitting there like, I don't know what to make of this. You're just trying to calculate in your mind what's going on. But anyway, that guy was sitting there, and I took that picture of him, and it's probably my favorite picture that I took the whole time, because the guy was just sitting there
It looks AI.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it all looks fake.
All the pictures that Nikki posted on Facebook, they all look fake. I know they're not fake.
Yeah.
But that's how magnificent it is.
But I told her, I was like, the story of the Grand Canyon is, over millions of years, the water from the Colorado River cuts it and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, it's aliens, man. It's got to be something. I mean, it's just and it goes on forever and ever. But even when you're driving through Phoenix to Williams, Arizona, it's just like, as far as you can see, just like, what it's like when you're out in Arizona. It's just like all this land.
Yeah.
It's like, what can you do with it?
What's weird is when you fly into Sky Harbor, you have, like, I guess they're considered mountains, like around Phoenix.
Yeah.
But it's just flat and just like random formations.
Yeah.
It's weird. And I have some great pictures from our trip, not of the Grand Canyon, just around Phoenix, because we didn't leave Phoenix while we were there. But I want to go to the Grand Canyon. So you got to see it for a few minutes.
So we go on the bus, and we, you get to take some pictures for 30 minutes. Remember, this is the package that Nikki got.
It's a train ride. The Grand Canyon is just a part of it.
Yeah. The train ride is from Williams it's like 2.5, 3 hours to your hotel. It's like this town.
You didn't sleep on the train.
No, it's like this town on the South Rim or something. So we stayed at the original place for one night. And then the package, that if you do decide to go, you take the train, you get to this next place where the Grand Canyon is. It's like its own town. You take these shuttles and stuff to get to wherever you need to go. There's like steakhouses and all this kind of stuff. So the idea is like the train leaves at 3:00. So if we were just doing it ourselves
at 3:10,
at 3:00, you take the train at 3 back. But we stayed the night, but Nikki actually bought an additional night because she was trying to make the experience even longer and grander. But what you realize, and we changed it, is like you only need a day at the town. I mean, you can only look at the Grand Canyon so much.
Did you get to see any ghost towns?
Because your fat ass isn't going to be walking down in the Grand Canyon, and nor is my fat ass.
I might ride a burro.
They did have burros that you could ride.
Did they? Do you think it could hold me?
No, it couldn't hold me either. But there's helicopter things that you can do and all this shit.
Do that.
But we don't make the kind of money that you need to do that. So that's why just standing on the edge of it and taking pictures.
That should be enough.
So we went back to the hotel the next day, and then back to the original hotel, and then just spent the day in Phoenix. But
I like Phoenix a lot, though.
All of that to say, it's very strange, like how the temperature changes when your elevation is, well, I mean, I guess it's just science, but like when I think of Arizona, I just think of hot as shit. But when we were on the train, they were saying that like sometimes they have like 15 inches of snow, and that train is the only way into that town. And I'm like, well, that doesn't register.
So what I take from this story is you bought a Jeep, or you rented a Jeep, and you never took the top off of it.
And I didn't even drive it because it was sitting at the original hotel.
Well, that's like when we went to San Antonio and I rented that Jeep for the entire time we were there, and I didn't drive it except for the day we arrived and the day we left.
Yeah. It was like, it just sits there.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $200 a day just to sit there.
The most wasted $900 I've ever spent.
On top of that, when we got back to Nashville the other day, the last icing on the cake, the last fuck you to the Hollises is you have to pay the fee for parking at the airport, which was $200.
That's on you.
It is on me, but I should $200. I could have spent $50 to get an Uber from Fairview to the airport.
That's still on you.
Yeah, I know. I could have taken it to your house.
And I would have driven your fucking ass to
I
the
know.
airport.
I get it, but in the spirit of not bothering anybody, I could have had Jack take us to the airport.
That's true. That probably would have been number one I would have done.
Because our plane didn't leave until 8, so we had to be there at like 5 or 6. So he could have taken us before work.
Right now, the Nashville airport's a fucking scam.
It's yeah.
So Sam, he did a trip. He went to Yale for a week. And so he flew as an unintended minor for the first time. That was a nerve-wracking week for me. And just to drop him off at the airport, I had to park all the way back in lot C.
Why couldn't you just drop him off? Do you have to walk him in?
Virginia, I actually got to security, realized I had my knife on me because I was still at work. And I didn't walk him through security. Virginia walked him through security to his gate and had lunch with him and stuff. But yeah, it's 10 minutes or less and it's free. You can't do anything at lot C.
Well, you can't do anything at the airport for 10 minutes.
I know.
Everything's at least an hour.
So Sam went up to New Haven, Connecticut, and spent the week at Yale, and then went to New York City for a day. And he was 16 years old and was just set free on New York City with 2 stipulations.
What, kind of like my son?
Yeah. Well, I told Sam when he got back, I was like, now imagine you were 6 months older than you are now.
And you just lived
And
there.
I dropped you off at Times Square and then I just left you. But his 2 stipulations were he had to check in every 20 minutes with the chaperones via text, which seems kind of inadequate to me.
Okay.
And he could not get on the subway, which I've spent a year telling him how much I love the subway.
Well, that's how you get around out there, though.
No, they stayed around Times Square the whole time.
Well, that place is a dump. You want to go and check things out somewhere else.
When I checked his Life 360, he was at Chipotle. And I called him. I'm like, you're in New York City for 12 hours. And the thing you choose to do is go to fucking Chipotle.
Yeah, you could have gone to New York pizza or something.
He said he hated the pizza.
What? He's just used to the bullshit.
Well, and
Papa
I said,
John's.
well, I understand that because when I was in New York, your cousin took us to this pizza place in Times Square that was terrible.
What did we go to? I don't even remember.
Some place right off Times Square that was just like the pizza was like they warmed it up for us. And
well, that's what they do.
well, I know.
It's just janky ass pizza. I don't know why everybody thinks it's the best thing in the world.
But Sam came back from that and he said, I've learned 2 things. Northeast is awesome. And I have 0 desire to go to college in the Northeast.
Well,
They don't have sweet tea and they don't believe in air conditioning.
Yes, all of those things are accurate, but it's not awesome. It in fact sucks.
No,
It's nice to visit.
He had a good time.
Just like Arizona. It was great to visit, but
You should go in February. Next time you go to Arizona, go in February.
I don't know that
You
I'll
sit outside of the Mexican restaurant in Phoenix and there's no bugs. It's cool. And you just drink beer and margs and you have a good time.
I mean, I don't know that I would ever go to the Grand Canyon again.
I feel like that's one of those one-time things.
Yeah, because like once you see it, you've seen it.
Like I want to see it because I have.
I know. Like when you look at it in pictures, it does not
Give you the scale.
Yeah, the scale of just like the enormousness of it. I mean, even what we see is we're on the south rim of it. You can't see the rest of it. But what's cool is like there's these, history shops or whatever around. You go in and they've got like this whole 3D like diagram of the vastness of the Grand Canyon. You're just like, you're not even seeing shit on it.
It's like Australia. You don't realize it's just fucking massive for no reason.
It's just massive and it goes on and on and on. And it's like, it's just a wonder of the world, I guess.
But you got to see it.
I got to see it. If I go again, it would be because like, I'm taking the kids or the grandkids or something to go see it. But
you were kind of shoehorned into this is the experience that we are providing to you. You're on our schedule. You will see what we want you to see.
Well, we were like in that first day when the bus was taking us because we were doing the package part, which the bus tour. But like the next day that we were there, it was just like are figuring it out, because like I said, it's like this little town and there's the shuttle buses that take you. And so when we went to go eat dinner one night, we ate at the steakhouse that was like looking off the Grand Canyon. I'm like, well, hell, we didn't even need to do this bus tour because you can just go look at the Grand Canyon.
How was that?
The steak wasn't good.
I don't care about, but like where you were, did you get the same experiences of like when you were standing on the edge and shit?
Standing on the edge is like, oh yeah, another thing. They even told us this. You're not allowed to feed the wildlife. So picture the seagulls while you're sitting at the beach bothering the shit out of you. Over there, it's squirrels. But they even said,
you have a weakness for squirrels.
They even said, these are not, didn't know me or anybody else. These are not like Tennessee squirrels where they're jumping around in the trees and they're skittish and worried of you. They will bite you and take your food. And I kind of thought it was funny, but then there's like these signs everywhere. One sign said that 30 visitors a day get bitten by these squirrels because they're trying to take their fucking food.
I don't have anything to say that.
And so these squirrels are like coming up onto the ledge and they're just like going around you.
Like, hey, I'll take that.
Yeah. Bullying your ass.
I refuse to be bullied by a squirrel.
It's weird. These squirrels did not care. These squirrels are ready to fuck something up.
To get your steak.
Yeah. Squirrels, chipmunks, all that kind of stuff. They said, don't feed the wildlife.
I mean, I never thought, oh, I'll fly to Phoenix and I'll drive up and take a train to the Grand Canyon. Sounds cool. My objective's always been to ride my motorcycle to the Grand Canyon.
I can't do it. I took a 3-hour flight to Arizona. Oh yeah, here's that story. So, Southwest now, they don't do like the
general admission.
So I have a Southwest Chase credit card, which I bought years ago. I have a zero balance on it. And so that's how I have the points to get Hayden into town, because I get points for it. So apparently with this new system, you can pick your seat without having to, like when you buy tickets, you buy a ticket to the plane. And then if you want specific seats, you're having to pay like 80.
Yeah, that's what I did whenever Caitlin.
Depending on whatever it is. Well, 48 hours before the trip, because I'm a card holder, I get to pick my seat for free, which was awesome. So I got me and Nikki in aisle seats, always aisle seats. So you can stick your leg out there.
Like I don't sit together?
No. Well, she's sitting on the, the middle of the rows right here, like the walkway, and she's on the other side of it. But no, you just got to hope that you don't have somebody else next to you. Well, Nikki has 2 skinny people sitting with her. The person comes in and is sitting by the window on my side. And I'm like, that's fine. He's over there. He's a smaller guy. Gets to the last few passengers. I'm like, you know how it is. Don't do it. Don't come over here.
Don't make eye contact.
Don't come over here. Well, that was back when it's general admission. You just kind of like, because you didn't want him sitting there. But now it's like he has a seat and he's like looking. And I'm like, fuck, no. Big guy in the middle fucking seat. Me and him are both like this. And I look over at him. I'm like, it's hard for 2 fat guys to sit here. And he's like, yeah, he is. He was in the middle. He had it worse. I could still kind of fat out into the aisle a little bit. So then after the plane takes off and it gets like to the altitude it's supposed to be at, the stewardess comes over and she's like, this whole back row's open if one of you guys want to come back there. And I'm like, well, Nikki's sitting right there. And so it made more sense for the guy next to me to go back there. But he was like a black guy and I didn't want him, like I had this idea. He's like, he was happy to get up and he went back there and he spread out. But the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I'm bad. Make the black guy go to the back of the
Rosa Parks to be disappointed.
I know. But like, I was happy and he seemed happy.
Well, that's all that matters.
Maybe it was like
it's going to suck when y'all land and he has to wait forever.
Well, it was like 3 rows back because we were already in the fucking back anyway. Yeah. We were already in the bags, but that was what was in my mind. I was like, this kind of sucks. I felt kind of bad about it. So anyway, on the way back, I'm like, I hope I don't have a situation like I had last time. And so I'm sitting in the airport waiting to board the plane. And there's this guy he's probably from, I don't know, somewhere in Africa. He's like an African guy talking loud. Oh, blah, 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 blah. He's speaking in Swahili or whatever. And seriously, like,
he wanted to cut the trans stuff out.
and and he's like in a suit. And I knew he was a pastor because I've seen these guys like in my mission days, like they wear like these tweed suits, fancy.
Sounds miserable.
And he was just a big dude. So I get on the plane. I'd pick my seats. Nikki's right there on the other side of the aisle. And I'm like, please don't sit over here. Please don't sit over here. He sits right down in the middle. And there was no seats open. So the whole way home, we were both like this. And he's like trying to talk to me. He's like, I am a pastor. I'm here for a conference. So blah. And he's like, he wanted to talk. And I didn't want to talk. I did not want
to be home.
I just was ready for the flight to be done. So I say all that with, I was miserable 3-hour flight to Phoenix and back, and you're wanting to ride a motorcycle for 2 days all the way out west.
More than 2 days.
Well, I mean, I did the thing. I was like, I wonder how long it would take to drive. It's 25 hours from here to there.
Motorcycle, you got to stop more often.
I can't do that shit. Riding.
So Sam told me whenever he flew Southwest to New Haven, Connecticut. And he did the general admission seats and all that shit because we're not fancy. We don't have a fancy card. We didn't get to pick. And he told me, and Sam's not a small kid. He's 6'4", 200 and something pounds. He's like, I got put in the middle seat both ways. And on the way there, I was between two small Asian people, and it was great.
Two small Asian people.
He's like, but on the way back, there was a fat guy on my left and a fat woman on my right. And he's like, it was rough.
Well, that's why you got to teach him the rules of traveling. Tell him to put the armrest down.
He's like,
I'm the fat guy, so I'm raising the armrest up.
He didn't know that he could charge his phone on the plane. So like, I'm watching him because I watch on Life 360 when he leaves. And then it's like his phone's at like 0% while he's in the air. And I'm like, well, that's because it doesn't have signal because he's in the air. And then he lands and he calls me and he's like, I got 1%. Where are you at? I was like, I'm driving around the pickup thing. Just pop out when you're ready and I'll pick you up.
But flying on a plane sucks. Well, it doesn't suck if you're not fat.
Well, we're fat.
Yeah, that's why you got to.
Our bet's coming due soon.
I know.
How you doing?
I was doing great up until this past week. What about you?
I was doing great up until about a month ago.
Well, we got about 5 months left in this thing.
I mean, my doctor didn't help me at all.
Well, he told you were fat. I told you that.
He told me numerous times I'm fat.
So Joseph,
I was like, hey, my shoulder, I have these severe shoulder pain. That's like my number one concern as to why I'm here. And he's like, oh, it's because you're fat. Like, all right.
That's what I was going to say is, so for the listeners, Joseph's been worried for the past month that he set up a doctor's appointment, how old are you? 40?
42.
You're 42. I remember when I was 41 or 42, the same as you, the first time I've been to the doctor.
Over 20 years.
In 20 years. And I was like, I'm going to go there. And he's like, you're riddled with cancer. You have heart disease, all these things. You're about to die. You need to go to the emergency room. That's what I was prepared to hear. I go in there. They look you over. How you feeling? This and that and the other. And he's like, you're fat. You need to lose some weight.
Didn't draw blood. Didn't do shit. The nurse was going through my family.
I'm like, well, my foot hurts a little bit. Well, you're fat. It's like the answer to everything.
He's like, yeah, you need to get like those resistance bands and just do this 25 times a day. I'm like, well, I can just do this 25 times a day. What's it matter? I was like, it's not a fat thing that my shoulder hurts. Everything else fine. It's because I'm fat.
You know what? I believe that too. I'm like, no, there's something more wrong. But when I had to go to the hospital, when I was in between insurances, when Nikki left the church and we lost our insurance and I was getting on our insurance at work, it was last year on the 4th of July, I had that back pain. I was like, oh, it's my kidney. My kidney's gone. I'm fucked. I'm about to die. And they were like, oh, well, this is acute back pain. I'm like, no, it ain't acute back pain. My kidney's messed up. And you know what happened? I did what they told me to do when they said, here, do these stretches. I'm not doing that shit. Okay, I'll try it. And guess what? They were right.
But I went to the gym for 9 months with Rico every morning and my shoulder never got better.
Well, you need to lose some weight. It's because you're fat.
So the nurse is going through our
The arm doesn't make sense, but like my feet hurting, like if I lost some weight, think about it. If I lost 50 pounds, that's 50 pounds off of my feet.
I agree with that.
But
That's
shoulder.
why I went with my main objective is look at my shoulder. He didn't even touch it. Didn't even look at it. He was just like, you're fat.
He didn't say you were fat. He said, well, Mr. Hollis, you are overweight.
Nope. He said, all this could be fixed if you would just lose weight.
And what did you tell him?
I said, well, I've tried. I'm not losing any weight. He's like, well, I could give you Ozempic and all that kind of stuff, but it's very expensive. I'm like, I'm not even worried about the cost. Is that what you recommend? No. Okay. Well, then I'm here for your recommendation. Like, because he sits down, he's like, so why are you here? I'm like, well, I haven't been to the doctor in over 20 years. I figured maybe it was time. He's like, yeah, you're fat.
Pretty much.
But the nurse was going through our family history.
Well, that should have been fun.
And she was like, well,
you're a ticking time bomb, Mr. Hollis.
They're like, what about your mom? I was like, she had breast cancer. Well, how's she doing? I was like, well, she died 11 years ago. It's like, your dad had prostate cancer. How's he doing? Oh, he died 5 years ago. I was like, my grandmother lived to 92. I was like, how's she doing? I was like, she died 5 years ago. She's like, do you have any siblings? I was like, I had 2. What do you mean you had 2? I was like, well, my oldest brother died. And my other brother's in the same condition as I am. And she goes, then she wanted to go individually. Well, how did your mom die? I was like, well, she had breast cancer. How'd your dad die? I was like, well, he had COVID, but reality is he was just unhealthy. And then he got COVID and he died. She appreciated that I didn't just blame COVID. I was like, and she's like, well, I was like, 21 was a rough year for my brother and I. She's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, well, my dad died in January. My stepdad died in February. My grandmother died in July and our oldest brother died in October. She's like, that's a bad year. I'm like, well, you're telling me.
You're like, yeah, a little bit.
It was a little rough. But I got nothing out of the thing. And the worst part is, I don't know who our insurance is through. I don't have a card. And Caitlin told me it was Blue Cross because she has the same insurance as me, obviously.
Yeah.
They told me that I was wrong. I was like, okay, so I paid out of pocket for this visit.
How much was it?
$150 for a little old dude to tell me I'm fat.
Well, that's what it would have cost anyway.
I know.
Insurance is bullshit.
So I gained nothing from it. And so I immediately left, picked up Sam.
You know what? Hold on a second. You did gain something from it because I know you're the same as me. You went in there expecting them to tell you that you're about to die. And you walked out of there with like, oh, all right, I'm fine. Let's go get some beer. Let's go drink some beer.
I walked out of there and drove to Kentucky and bought a motorcycle I didn't need.
Yeah, but I know, but you felt better when you left.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
My shoulder still hurts, Tim.
I know, but knowing that like you're not going to die immediately.
Caitlin goes, maybe we need to find a different doctor.
Maybe.
But I parked in the same garage that I parked in when we would take Gene to the doctor.
Where'd you go?
St. Thomas.
What the hell did you go there for?
The St. Thomas Medical Group is what I found online.
Oh, well, I got this one out here in Fairview.
Well, I don't want to come to Fairview for a doctor.
No, you don't need to come out here for that.
I don't need to come to Fairview to be told I do come to Fairview to be told I'm fat. I don't need a doctor to do it.
There's doctors and everywhere.
I know. That was just the first one I found. I Googled primary care physician.
A lot of them aren't seeing people right now because they're booked or they're full or whatever. But yeah. I mean, I guess it's good that you went to the doctor. I should probably go.
Like, you mean to tell me that you're not concerned that I'm probably diabetic? I was like, she's like, he goes, does your wife complain that you snore? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, you probably have sleep apnea.
Yeah.
I'm like, probably. What can we do about that? He's like, well, we can do a sleep study. They'll give you a ring. You don't even have to come in. I'm like, okay. He's like, but honestly, if you just lose weight, it would go away.
He's right. Absolutely right.
I'm like, I know you're right, but right now, I'm not 50 pounds lighter than I should be. Perhaps maybe I need a little CPAP. No, he didn't give a shit.
Well, he's trying to get you to lose
I know
weight.
what he's trying to do. I don't think he did anything wrong.
But let me tell you about
The lack of taking my blood is a little concern.
Let me tell you about CPAP. I got on a CPAP. I can't live without it. You can literally see on my ring and my watch, like when I went out of town, I took it with me, but the first night I'm like, fuck it, I don't feel like setting it up.
You were drunk.
Maybe. But it was like 50. My sleep score was like a 49 or 50. And I told Nikki, I'm like, I need to set the CPAP up. The next day, 80, 90. It's like a world of difference.
I said, hey, doc. I was like,
But
I fall asleep while I'm driving. I was like, I can spend 8 hours of sleep. I will still fall asleep while I'm driving. He's like, yeah, it's because you're fat.
yeah, that's true. But I will say that when I lost about 50 or 60 pounds a while back, like I didn't need the CPAP. So it is because you're fat.
I'm aware of that.
So you need to lose weight.
I need to lose weight.
That's why we have a bet going that we're both not doing very good at.
I got weighed on Wednesday. I know how much I weigh.
How much do you weigh?
I weighed 10 pounds less than I weighed whenever we weighed in.
I don't believe that.
That's the truth.
From now on, you need to start taking a picture of that scale.
I was shocked when I stood on the scale.
That was hilarious.
How far down are you?
Probably about 10 pounds less.
This is gonna be a tight December for us.
Yeah, I just won't eat for like a month just to win. It doesn't help too that you cheated when we weighed in because you had like your gun on your hip and all kinds of extra.
I took my gun off.
You had all kinds of
I took
extra
everything
weight.
out of my pockets.
No, you were trying to weigh yourself down a little bit.
I did not.
You did.
I took it all off. The only thing I didn't take off was my boots.
All right. Well, I really don't have time for this shit. So we'll have a short one here today because I got to go pick up this moving truck because got to move all the stuff out of the house. Progress is being made on the house.
Is it?
You see it?
I mean, I see a lot of people not working.
Well, there is a lot of people not working.
Is it Sunday?
No.
Is it a weekday?
People came in earlier. It's a process. Listen, nobody wants this shit done more than me. I'm here to tell you.
Say what?
But I have to take them at their word that we're going to start building this thing.
When
next week.
when are they expected to be done?
Well, we told them in the beginning that it had to be done before Thanksgiving.
That's a long time away from now.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of shit to do. It's going to be fine. We're going to get it done. And we'll talk about it more on the next podcast. Maybe we'll have a 2SD Q3R.
Maybe if Mike and Daniel stop hating us.
Q3R. Look at Frank over there. He's ready. So anyway, got to go. We'll see y'all on the flip. You'll hear more about Arizona maybe. Or maybe you won't. We'll see.
Fuck you.
Goodbye.